Hi, my name is Lyric, and today we are going to be reacting to Tom Brady 5 Rings by Joseph Vincent. Now, this is my first NFL reaction. Now, I know a lot about the NBA. It's mostly what my channel is about in sports. But I know very little about the NFL. Very little. I know the bare basics that like pretty much every American who knows anything about sports knows. Like I know Tom Brady is pretty universally considered the GOAT. I know he has 7 championship rings. I know the Rams the most recent team to win the Super Bowl, right? I know the Bucks won it the year before that with Tom Brady, and the Chiefs won it with Patrick Mahomes. So I know the very basics. I don't watch this. I kind of watch the Super Bowl every year sometimes, but that's really all. I don't know much about anything, so I'm ready to go on a gigantic journey here to try to learn more. And I think the best way to start is by learning about the top players. And the only real player that I know is a top player all time is, of course, Tom Brady. He was the most famous football player of all time, the main guy known in football, and I think pretty universally considered the GOAT. Now, we're going to be watching the Joseph Vincent video on his rings. Now, I know this video is called 5 Rings, and he now has 7 rings, but I watched around a minute into the 7 Rings video, and I think he has 3 videos called 5 Rings, 6 Rings, and 7 Rings. I think 5 Rings is either about his first 5 rings, or specifically his 5th ring, because I think I watched a minute into the 7th ring video, and I think it's just about the 7th ring. So and he also has one called 6th Ring, and then 5 Rings. So I think this one either is specifically about his 5th ring, or his first 5 rings, and then 6th and 7th are just about his 6th and 7th rings. So I think all that will be very interesting. So we're gonna be watching all 3 parts, if I'm right about that. So yeah, and because this is my first NFL reaction, if you have, I really don't know what videos to react to in NFL to really educate me and get me interested in it. So if you know any videos, please leave them in the comment section below. That'd be very helpful. I really like that. And please subscribe and like if you want more of these, because it's really cool, and also it takes more time for me to say the word subscribe and like than it takes you to actually subscribe and like. So yeah, let's get into it. Tom Brady, 5 Rings by Joseph Vincent. Joseph Vincent, I've seen his NBA videos, one of the greatest sports YouTubers ever. He makes great documentary type videos.
Record-setting 5th win. Whose broad stripes and bright stars.
I've said it for the last 2 weeks that he's the greatest quarterback of all time. And I said this because over the history of his career, he has done nothing but win football games.
Now it's time to play football. The 3-time Super Bowl MVP, Tom Brady, who has virtually every record for a quarterback.
This is the draft report on you. Basically, it goes poor build, skinny.
So Tom Brady.
I know that he was. Okay, one thing I know about Tom Brady. Tom Brady is the player I know the most about, obviously. He was drafted 199th overall. What? That's actually insane. Like, we look at a guy like in the NBA, Jokic, drafted 41st overall, goes to win back-to-back MVPs. We go, oh, that's a steal. Like, that was the biggest steal in NBA history. Or we go, oh, Kobe was drafted 13th. That's insane. 199th. There's not even 60. There's 60 draft picks in the NBA. 199th in the draft in NFL. Become the GOAT. That's insane.
Faces an uphill battle now.
Lacks great
This
physical
is
stature and
I've never
strength.
seen Tom Brady in college.
To avoid the rush.
He was skinny, slow.
Right.
As Tom Brady leads the Wolverines back. The most underrated college quarterback in the country, Tom Brady.
He'd already established his legacy as the greatest quarterback ever. This adds to it because this is probably the most incredible part of his legend.
All right, Aikman, here we go, starting from the 25.
Oh, with his 5th ring against the Atlanta Falcons, 28-3. That's there's one comeback that I know, and it's that one, because it got memed so much, because it's like, I mean, it just sounds insane. I don't know when they were down 28-3. I don't know how insane the comeback is, but I'm ready to see it.
With that, they play action. Brady, set. 3rd down and 19 now.
He's getting done in the beginning of the Super Bowl against the Falcons.
At the combine, when you
Oh, we gotta
watched
get the
Tom,
story here. Let's go.
you saw this tall, gangly-looking kid. Looked like haven't ever seen a weight room.
His 40 time and that vertical jump. In 32 years of doing this, we talked about 576 quarterbacks. He was number 576.
Does he wow you throwing the ball? There were some other guys that could shoot it.
Tim Duncan, Tom Brady, the greatest, most coachable great players of my lifetime. Once you're great, having somebody to tell you you're not always great is not the easiest thing to do, and Duncan and Brady set the bar.
Tim Duncan, shout out.
I thought I saw the symbolic end of Tom Brady.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
What is this going to end up being, like 35-10? Are they going to bring that f***ing bench in?
Bill Burr, like it.
Caught for the touchdown, Austin Hooper.
I know he seems perfect, but he's a human
14-0.
At a certain point, everybody
The second
is
quarter.
going to fall off. He said he will play until he sucks. He knows it's inevitable that at some point he will not be able to play at the same level.
Falcons overload the right side of the Patriots offensive line. Pass is picked. Intercepted.
When he leaps out to the best of his
Isn't Tom Brady gonna turn like 45 this year?
ability,
That's
and he
insane.
comes up empty as the DB runs by him, and he lays
still in
there.
the damn NFL.
I thought that was the end.
And the Falcons add to their lead. Alford with a pick six.
Tom Brady is overrated.
Two images that I'm going to remember.
20-0. Oh my God.
After the pick six in the first half, it was 21-0. They cut
Haven't
to Brady
scored
on
in the
bench,
first half.
Head down.
Yes. 2:21 left in
21-0.
the first half.
This guy is really cool, though. I mean, I've been impressed watching Tom Brady on film and in television games and so on. But the way he's playing this game today, he has been very, very impressive with his calmness.
But I'm talking about that first breakthrough Super Bowl.
Tom Brady.
Okay, this is first Super Bowl.
He's a first-year starter.
Tie game.
And John
1 minute
Madden's up in
21.
the TV booth saying, "Shut it down, play for overtime."
I think that the Patriots, with this field position, you have to just run the clock out. You have to play for overtime now.
I remember the first time he met me, he called me Kyle Brady. And I said, "Hey, Mr. Kraft," I said, "I'm Tom Brady."
I said, "I know who you are. You're our
41 seconds.
Draft
They
choice."
need about 40 more yards before they're going to be in field goal range.
And I always remember he looked me like a laser eye to eye. And he said, "That's right. And I'm the best decision this organization has ever made."
That's a cold line. I like that. True as well. True as well.
And he gets out of bounds, and they might be in Vinatieri's range. 7 seconds. They got
7 seconds.
in range.
He keeps doing it on the biggest stage in American sports at the highest level late in games.
Is Tom Brady the best of all time, Mike? Is that a dumb question or what?
No time on the clock, and the Patriots have won Super Bowl 36.
The winning field goal to win the first Super Bowl. Their first Super Bowl.
Gives me goosebumps.
The Falcons with a spring to their step. The Patriots, meanwhile, walking back toward the locker room, down 21-3.
21-3 at halftime.
Out of that halftime. All but dead and done.
It was over.
When he got crossed up. A tough series with 3 catches, 76 yards in the game. Here is Coleman, end zone, touchdown.
And then, for sure, it was game over when the Falcons scored to make it
28-3 with in the third quarter, 8 minutes left.
28-3.
That's
with
insane.
8:31 left.
Dude, not even half a game left, and they've only scored 3, and they went up to win, scoring 25 more points. What the fuck?
In the third quarter.
It made people think like, oh my God, Tom Brady has fallen off a cliff and it's over.
Well, the Patriot fans, except for the most part, I imagine it's done silent.
As owner of the New England Patriots with his son, Jonathan Kraft, to his left, our right, He has never experienced anything like this in a Super Bowl.
Tom Brady was down 28-3.
We all got eyes. That score was 28-3.
It's Tom Brady, though. I know. I'm never comfortable. We about to put up 40-something on their ass. What I'm saying, they never seen anything like this.
That a lot of people thought in the first half, well, it's over. No, it's not, because they have Captain America, and this is what he does.
Captain America, I like that.
Way to win games. I've never seen anything like this. What I saw last night may be the greatest performance I've ever seen.
And again, the Patriots are down by the 28-3 score.
Nice.
At some point in your life, you're going to have to face the facts. This man has not only eclipsed Joe Montana, he's eclipsed the greatest Michael Jordan as a clutch player.
Wow. That's Skip Bayless saying that, so you know he's being real. He's got Bayless saying that, the ultimate Jordan fan. Woo! A spin.
We said, oh, this game is over, first quarter. So when did you think that the Falcons had this game won?
Brady flushed out. Will run and get it.
And then here comes Brady.
He doesn't have the strongest arm, but he's got the greatest will and pre-snap, drive, focus, endurance, discipline, efficiency. Things that don't sell on the Kardashian show, but things that provide him with an edge on every other competitor.
I wasn't even saying that we were coming back.
Touchdown.
Maybe they'll make it a little respectable. I don't know.
Touchdown.
28-9.
What separates really good players from great players? Execute well under pressure.
How do you deal with the pressure? That goes for every player.
Tom Brady, as it stands right now, the best there is, the best there was, the best that ever will be.
Hits his man, Daniel Graham, to the 40. Boy, you have to wonder, is it in the cards again for Adam Vinatieri?
Is this second Super Bowl?
Not had a sterling night here tonight.
Tom Brady wasn't something that happens every year. You're not going to find that sixth-round quarterback who becomes a Hall of Famer. It just isn't going to happen.
As his man inside the 25-yard line, Deion Branch made the catch. Timeout is called with 8 seconds on the clock.
And when I look at Tom Brady, Joe Montana is the name that pops into my mind. That I say, this guy reminds me of Joe Montana.
The New England Patriots
Won by 3. Another game winning.
In 3 years.
Wow. First 2 Super Bowls getting hit. Well, not him hitting, but you know, they get a game-winning field goal.
In this era of free agency and player movement, that's as close to a dynasty as you're ever going to find.
Well, it is, Greg. 15 games in a row.
Patriots defense.
Defense chant.
Hearing it.
So it's 12-28 now. So because they scored a 3, then they got a touchdown, and another 3. So now it's 12-28.
Crowd just took over the stadium.
Bruh, we got an ad. Make sure to subscribe so we can get rid of the ads. Well, if you subscribe enough, then I guess you get ads for me. You'll get ads for me eventually. If you subscribe too much. So I guess that won't work, would it?
Gets hit. Ball is out.
When they got the fumble sack.
New England has it. Hightower knocked it out.
And they showed Brady's reaction. That was the first time I actually thought the Pats had a chance.
It's very hard to imagine anyone thinking at 28-3 with 23 minutes left in this game that the Patriots could come out of their doldrums.
It's still 12-28 in the 4th. It's 7 minutes left in the 4th. Oh my God, bro.
Through the force of Tom Brady's
what a pass.
Mitchell. First down.
Folks, it's not even a debate anymore. There is no more debate. People don't do their homework if they do debate. He is the greatest quarterback that has ever played.
That's the GOAT, like the GOAT all time. Not just any position, every position.
Touchdown. This is hype, man. This is hype.
I just can't imagine another quarterback who could have done that.
There's the ball to the Patriots. This is a big two-point conversion here to really apply the pressure on the Falcons. They were 1 for 2 during the regular season on 2-point tries.
Textbook, Kevin Falk play right there. Now we got a ball game, folks.
And
2-point conversion.
It's a one-score game in Super Bowl 51. Brady is a guy who has started his postseason career 8-0. That's the best start ever.
The fact that Tom Brady can go to a park and just pick anybody, that's what makes him the greatest, man. That's why you don't need to pay a receiver $20-something million or whatever.
And the New England Patriots will be the first dynasty of the 21st century.
Strictly magnificent.
No timeouts.
3 Super Bowls.
10 seconds left. And you have the ball to the 17-yard line. That's 2 shots into the end zone.
It goes without saying that Brady will be in the discussion if he's not already as one of the best of
I think
all
he's the
time,
greatest.
if not the best.
Do you? I do. I think he's the greatest that ever played the game.
Joseph Vincent videos give me hype as hell, man. Look at this. This is great. What a pass and a catch. Super Bowl number 4.
Brady's back! That's your quarterback! Who left the building? Unicorns! Show ponies!
Love the commentary, man. Let's go.
The biggest lead was 25 points at 28-3 with under 2.5 left in the third quarter.
Was Julio Jones. Jesus Christ. And what a throw. Matt Ryan was also running when he made that throw. I was like, oh my God, every Super Bowl now.
Considering the circumstances with all the momentum with New England, the biggest catch.
Great catch.
The New England Patriots were clearly a better football team than the New York Football Giants that day. The Patriots got robbed by the luckiest play in NFL history.
I think you kind of summed it up. It's probably the luckiest play in NFL history.
Really? Tyree managed to pin it against the side of his helmet.
That stink is the perfect season. 18-0.
It feels like just, you got hit by a runaway train with Atlanta.
All the Falcons had to do was run some clock and kick the field goal.
They're just trying to run the clock now.
And right now, everybody has got to be telling him, including Kyle Shanahan, do not take a sack.
Oh, well. You failed doing that.
Opportunity missed after that incredible catch by Julio Jones.
Oh, it was such a good drive for Atlanta. Now they're giving the ball back, and they're going to put Tom Brady in position to tie this game up.
Here we go.
Good afternoon, gentlemen, and welcome to Super Bowl 49.
Getting critical mass now at 11:15 left in his football game.
The signature play
Oh, this is his 4th
of
ring.
the last Super Bowl came on that 3rd and 14 play.
The Saints one was the 3rd, I guess.
But a huge hit from Cam Chancellor.
It's a money catch right there.
Tom Brady and the Patriots looking for a 4th quarter drive to take the lead here at Super Bowl 49.
I love watching guys like that because the way they play the game is larger than life.
Down 3.
Ooh.
We near the 2:15 mark of the 4th. The Patriots with a 2nd and goal to go. The ball inside the left hash mark at the 3.
Is Tom Brady the best quarterback that we've ever seen play the game? Hands down. I've said it right before.
What? Sorry, we got an interruption.
Is Tom Brady the best quarterback that we've ever seen play the game? Hands down. I've said it right before I got to New England. Hands down, the greatest ever.
The short area quickness, the change
Ooh,
of direction.
the finesse.
Patriots! They're back in the lead in Super Bowl 49!
When things seem dire, what do you do in life? You go right to people that you can depend on.
When everybody counts you out, no one thinks you even have a chance.
Goosebumps, man. Goosebumps.
They go 91 yards here. They'll have a chance to tie it.
I was waiting for what I believed was a Joe Montana moment from Tom Brady to eclipse him over Joe Montana. This was it.
There's pressure. He throws toward the right. Hogan makes the grab at the 25.
Wow.
What a strike between a pair of defenders. Tackled by Collins. First down, New England.
Money throw by number 12.
And he's out of bounds with
Another
first
one.
down.
Another great
Not
throw.
only mounted a
Perfect.
comeback, but played a virtually flawless last 45 minutes. Spearheaded once again by the GOAT, the greatest quarterback I've ever seen.
Here's Edelman broken up. Edelman comes down saying it's a catch.
It didn't hit the ground. It didn't hit the ground.
Oh, that's a catch. Oh, my God. That's incredible.
Number 11.
What?
Edelman.
Wow, okay.
Listen, there have been 7 comebacks of 25 points or more in NFL history. 15,000 games, only 7.
And one of them was in the Super Bowl.
We'll be talking about this game for 30, 40.
On first down, Brady underneath, finds White. White down inside the 10.
I concede. I have nothing to say. This is the greatest performance I've ever seen.
Bryant finish off this comeback.
He's right in there with Babe Ruth,
Minute left.
Muhammad Ali, Michael Jordan, and Tom Brady. Those are the 4 guys on my Mount Rushmore.
Tom Brady now somehow is over 400 yards passing in this game.
Tom Brady threw for 246 yards in the 4th quarter alone.
Pass it off.
James White.
Touchdown.
That's unbelievable.
Number 12's hero got into a huddle.
Need a 2-point
Down in Miami, it said,
conversion
hey, isn't it John
to
Candy
tie
over
it.
in the stands? Listen to the Brady chant.
I've never actually seen the comeback before. I've just heard about it, by the way, which is why I don't know what happens in each of these plays.
And now the biggest 2-point attempt in the history of the Patriots franchise.
Perfect pass. Got it.
Don't ever count Tom Brady out. Best ever? Best ever in my book. It's the best I've seen, and he's put on a show here in the last 30 minutes of this ball game, and to climb back in it.
We got another ad. This is great. This is giving me goosebumps, man. I'm loving looking at stuff like this. I'm ready to go on this journey, starting off with the NFL.
When the Patriots won the coin toss, the game was over. It was. I said there's no way they're settling for a field goal here. They're going to go right down. They're going to score.
The Patriots, by way of the word of Matthew Slater, heads win the coin toss.
Still does carry that chip on his shoulder. He's carried it around his entire career. It's driven him. It's what's made him great.
The opening kickoff to the first ever overtime in Super Bowl history.
Wow.
A rally
okay.
that was next to impossible, more than improbable.
Brady will start at the 25, and again, a touchdown. The game is over.
To win it with this drive, the Pats need to score a touchdown.
And it's White out of the backfield. James White trying to tiptoe.
Nice little drive starter right there. Quick little flip out to the side.
This game was over at 14-0. It was over at 21-0.
2nd and 4.
Biggest witch hunt I've ever seen in my life. That stupid Deflategate thing.
Deflategate.
And just all the justice that came out of it. The fact that it went to court, it got laughed out of court to the point the judge was actually pissed.
I thought it was the most ridiculous thing I ever heard in my entire life.
He says, I'm still great. You think my greatness has to do with a football.
I'm sick. Absolutely disgustingly sick.
You want to hire a
That
scientist
pass was insane.
to wave footballs afterwards to figure out why you lost by 50 points? I mean, more power to you.
Inside
Ooh.
the 40.
I mean, we all know he's really good. This was mythical. I believe that Tom Brady will come back with a vengeance.
Ali got his brains beat in for 7 or 8 rounds, then he knocked Foreman out. And it's one of the greatest, most memorable fights of all time. We just saw Tom Brady's rumble in Houston.
To me,
Perfect
he was
pass.
so great late last night in that game that he rendered the Deflategate saga irrelevant. But that was mythical. That's Halo stuff. That's Zaire. That's 104 hitting jumpers. It's the first time I walked out and I'm like, he's floating to that locker room.
And he was as great as you could possibly be. In the history of pro football, who's had a fourth?
No.
Pass it off.
My favorite ring is the next one. That's my favorite.
Touchdown. Barely. Got it.
They have completed the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history. Led by the greatest quarterback.
Look at Brady.
In Super Bowl and NFL annals.
34-28, the final in overtime.
Whoever was left in that NRG Stadium in Houston booed Roger Goodell like no commissioner, like no head of sport has ever been booed.
And Roger Goodell, like the end of a f***ing Die Hard movie. The police commissioner who didn't believe in the rogue cop.
First of all, Deflategate is now over. The Patriots have won, and Roger Goodell has lost.
And in the end, he did get to watch Roger Goodell present that trophy to
Fifth
Bob
one.
Kraft, who just delighted in it.
But a lot has transpired during the last 2 years. And I don't think that needs any explanation.
Hey, bro, don't get too close to your son now. I don't want to see that, bro. This is the same. A few months before this, Cavs 3-1 comeback. And I think baseball, the Cubs came back on 3-1. All in like a 6-month span. It was insane.
Tom Brady is the greatest player that's ever played in the NFL. You're never, never, never going to see this again. Enjoy it.
Alright, so that was a great video. Please leave requests in the comment section for more NFL videos, because I don't know what else NFL videos I can react to. But we're definitely going to continue this Tom Brady series, because I think it's really interesting, because you got to learn about the best player, possibly. A lot of people say is the best player before. I think it's a good starting point before learning the rest of the sport, by learning the greatest moments. And a lot of the greatest moments come from the best players, so yeah, make sure to like and subscribe, because it takes more time for me to say the word like and subscribe than for you to actually like and subscribe. Bye.